No one is safe. Nothing is sacred. We are Blackwatch. We are the last line of defense. We will burn our own to hold the red line. It is the last line to ever hold.
Fucking goose-stepping motherfuckers!
Kiss your mother with that mouth?
Roger, 2215 Christopher Street, apartment 15A. Got it.
Saddle up. You got a CP. Move it.
Stole that shit, Corporal. Get her in the vehicle. You, rendezvous at 2200 at Bryant Park. Sir, keep your eyes open. There's a runner on the loose. Move, move!
The target exhibits a classic low-effect personality. Psychopathic disregard for others, narcissistic worldview punctuated by self-obsessive disorders.
Okay. Now how about somebody repeat that in English?
We told them we'd be introducing compounds into the town that simulated fallout, that we wanted to track it in the population. Harmless stuff.
This was the cover story?
One of them. It made it easy to take samples and run tests. No one asked questions. Everyone was happy to help.
Codename Mother exhibits odd characteristics not consistent with DX1118 infection. Whether this represents a natural immunity or something more remains to be seen.
So, what does this mean to our research?
We all agree she represents the best chance we have to crack the virus's defenses.
She wasn't infected naturally. She was a damn test subject. We don't know that. This whole thing stinks. We're being set up. The results we've achieved, where do they go? They just vanish? What are you going to do? Whatever I have to.
Doctor, try to keep the discussion high level. We need to know what we're dealing with on the ground.
Its effect is variable. When it does manifest, it makes the Idaho strain look like the common cold. I don't need to remind you gentlemen how close we came to the point of no return in Idaho. Mercer's body is a bomb, filled with this weaponized pathogen waiting to go off. And now it's loose in the city. Bring it in no matter what it takes. I'd say dead or alive, but I'm not sure those classifications fit Alex Mercer any longer.
What the hell happened in there?
Team 1 dropped comm just after they entered the holding cell area.
That's it. Close it off. No one goes in or comes out of the Gentech building. I want it sealed with level 4 protocols.
First general order.
When in doubt, shoot to kill.
Second.
No clearance, no passage.
Third.
Nothing crosses the red line, sir.
What is it we're looking at here?
The future. As amazing as it seems, he can manipulate his body on the genetic level. The changes are instantaneous. Everything, even the clothing, is imitated. Tissue differentiated and transformed on the fly. I want it on a slab. I need to know what makes it tick.
What were we keeping from them? Everything.
Go on.
This source. It's the key to genetics, but it's also a machine, churning out the worst viruses ever seen. Things that, if they got out of the lab, could literally erase human civilization as we know it.
And how did that make you feel?
I wasn't paid to feel.
We have confirmation of the agent in 2 sampling stations.
That is a variant of DX1118, still untyped.
In 10 to 15 hours, an outbreak is likely to appear. It is vital that fast action teams are on site within minutes of the first confirmation. We're here to make certain what happened in 1969 never happens again. You all know your duty, whatever it takes.
Now, I hear these operators are out of Maryland, some fucking division or another. Blacker than black, these fucks. They got no rank, no fucking protocol, they're fucking barbarians. And they're in charge.
It represents the most intriguing human carrier ever discovered to date. Its body produces hundreds of unique strains on a daily basis. Most are harmless, a few are deadly.
So what's it doing?
It's like it's evolving at a rapid pace. It's war dialing at a genetic level. It's becoming something else. We knew they were high up. Probably so high up that to see the office of the president, you have to look down.
And what did they have you working on?
Viruses. Odd viruses.
These viruses, would you classify them as biological weaponry?
It would be hard not to.
Sir, we've got a priority situation in New York.
The Idaho runner?
Something else. Sir?
Get the old man on the horn. I want 2 battalions ready to move from Dietrich, full gear. It's starting again.
What do you think goes on in her head?
Nothing. Her brain was fried by the virus.
She seems...
Yeah.
It seems like she's waiting for something.
What's the situation with Mercer? The subject is wanted in connection with treasonous activities against the United States and our allies. As of last night, Alex Mercer is the #1 terrorist threat in the United States.
Here's what's known. The subject could shift its body structure to an unknown degree. It can fashion portions of its body into a weapon, change its facial features, and perhaps even imitate voices and mannerisms. Long and short, it's a security nightmare.
Go on.
The subject is exhibiting symptoms of primary infection. We have confirmation from sniffer stations up and down the island. The strain it is carrying is unknown.
What kind of spread are we talking about here?
Thankfully, it seems incapable of crossing water bodies. We've sealed the island's exits. It can be fought here.
On my authority, allow 2 of the Penn Station bodies to be handed over to... Do you have a pen?
Go ahead.
St. Paul's Hospital. The pathologist's name is Dr. Raglan.
Director McMullen, you understand I need to report this.
Just do it.
Look, the last runner took 3 weeks to track down. It hit a podunk bird called Two Bluff, Arizona. No one noticed when the town dried up and blew away. They're clever. The worker bees, the walkers, they just do as they're told. The runners are different. They think.
What about this one?
Her? She's a runner, with nowhere to run.
It's likely the target is a runner. The last we encountered dragged ass across the southwest United States for weeks, infecting as she went.
Sir, what are our rules of engagement?
Immediately call in air support and artillery. If it attempts to relocate before the strike, shoot with the heaviest gear you have at hand. And if it's still kicking after that, leave it to us.
Hope, Idaho was as good a testbed as we were ever going to get without losing everything.
And?
This new outbreak is not following the pathology of the virus. Too many infections, too wide a spread, too many surviving entities. Something's different this time.
I know.
Subject, Green, Elizabeth M., codename Mother. Recovered at Hope, Idaho, 7769. Operation Altruistic. Transferred to Fort Detrick on 8169 for containment. Held at Detrick, Ward F for 9 years, 2 months. 10-1-78. Transferred to containment at Governor's Island Medical Station, New York. Moved to Gentech Midtown Facility 1189 for study in Project Blacklight.
Sir, the Wiseman team is present and ready for the hunt.
Good. Send in the captain.
Sir, is it true he caught the last runner on his own?
Not caught. Killed. The red line is drawn. Nothing gets on or off the island without permission from Blackwatch Command.
Sir!
Gentlemen, we've prepared for this moment for 40 years. We will not fail.
Colonel Taggart has issued a lockdown order on the island. This comes down from on high. The old man is here calling the shots personally.
Sir!
I need men with ice water in their veins. Nothing crosses the red line.
Give me a report on the physical state of codename Mother.
The subject has been incarcerated for 39 years without ill effect. Through this period, it has exhibited no degenerative effects. No joint decay, swelling, discomfort, or atrophy. Nothing. It is quite literally unaging. We have no idea how this is possible.
burn the damn thing to the ground with the people in it. Fuck. And this woman comes out on fire and they just open up on her. And they're just laughing. I'm telling you, these guys are fucking Nazis, man.
Subject escaped at 22:30 hours after murdering 3 personnel. Shortly thereafter, it is believed it kidnapped an operative. It is infected with a variant of the blacklight virus, specifically DX1118, a substance whose effects on the human body are poorly understood at best. We have no clue what it is capable of.
It's 1964, right? The Army built a town. They told people to test a self-sufficient base in case of a nuclear attack. They filled the town with a cross-section of ethnicities. Army families from all over. They told them it was progressive. They told them lots of things. And then something happened that was to test their faith.
As of today, we are folded under control of 1st Biological Warfare Command out of Fort Detrick. They're calling the shots on this. I don't want any fucking lip. They tell you to jump, you jump. Do not mistake these guys for dabblers. They have seen serious shit in the past. Welcome to the Marine Armor Training Center. There are 19 major systems in this Marine Armored Personnel carrier, and over 25,000 moving parts. In the next 8 months, you will learn all of them. When you're done here, you'll be able to park that vehicle on top of an enemy position and blow the shit out of them. It's my job to get your shit in order. It's your job to shut the fuck up and learn.
Parker, Karen I. DOB 1176. Doctorate, Genetics, Rutgers University, 7/2/2003. Hired, Gentech, Special Projects, 2/1/2002. Director, Genotyping, Level D Access, reported to Director McMullen, Raymond F. Romantically involved with Mercer, Alex J. Wanted for questioning. Subject is to be detained and transferred to Base 6 Charlie Alpha 1.
Yes, Private, you're guarding a hole in the fucking roof. You've been briefed about what we're up against. We're not secure until these skylights are sealed, so unless you want to pull shit patrol until your mama forgets what you look like, stand your sorry ass right here until you're told to do otherwise. Now move it! Sir!
We know Zeus has been spotted multiple times in this area. We're breaking out some new tech to pin him down.
This unmanned aerial vehicle can detect the virus at less than 10 parts per million in open air. With it, we should be able to box Zeus in and destroy it.
This briefing is Class A1. The Federal Emergency Prosecution Act applies. This is the situation as we understand it. The virus is centering around structures in the city we've designated hives. The infected gather biological material at these strong points for unknown reasons, possibly to generate new strains of the outbreak. What we do know is this: the integrity of the building is stronger, but not immune to attack. A sustained attack of sufficient force on the hive should destroy it.
Of men in armor up the moment the call comes in. Overflights on the rivers are ready to pick off ships trying to cross. The bridges are wired and blocked by armor.
Once we're primed, nothing unsanctioned gets on or off the island.
Zeus's memory problem might be an advantage we can use. Familiar people, objects, places. These seem to restore memories to Zeus. This restoration is painful.
It can hurt Zeus?
During these moments, Zeus is vulnerable. The more we know about it, and the less it can discover, the better off we are. We can also get creative. We can lie.
Injecting it into chimps? This was Carnival 1, you understand. We got amazing results. Boosted intelligence, increased strength. We were all expecting something pretty dramatic in Hope right after we introduced Carnival 2. What happened? Nothing.
So you place 100 families with just as many geographic backgrounds in one isolated locale for one reason. That's our cross-section. Maintained objectivity. It helps if the test subject does not know that he or she is taking part in a test.
Captain, the General is waiting.
1 minute, Corporal. Doctor. McMullen, just what the hell is this thing?
Captain, we don't know enough to say. Whatever Mercer is, he's more like green than not.
But why are they here? What purpose do they serve?
All I know is that if the virus achieves control, we won't be around to see the outcome.
Sir, how much longer do we have to put up with these amateurs?
Since your brain can't fathom why the Marines are here, I'll lay it bare. The old man brought them in for 2 reasons. They're the shock troops. They move in, take the losses, point out the enemy. We do the cleanup.
Sir.
Second, they're the public face of this occupation. When the city's burned to the ground, they take the fall.
Sir, I need your signature on these papers.
McMullen, you can see I'm busy. Stop talking about Mercer like he's the answer to our damn problems. He's a runner.
That's where you're wrong. No other runner in Blacklight's history has been male. The fact is, we don't know what he is.
I know what he's not. That's enough.
Sir, we've got the USS Reagan on the comm.
This is Palace Command. What's your status, Citadel?
This is Citadel Command. All hands report stations ready. Jets fielded and ready for overflight of control zone.
Stand by for orders, Citadel.
Are you telling me Washington can't do anything? They're declaring martial law. Don't they need...
You listen to me, Harvey. They don't need anything. They're in charge. They've been doing this for years. To them, this is just status quo.
This telephone call has been interrupted for national security reasons under the Emergency Powers Act.
Sir, off the record, who the hell are these Blackwatch guys?
All you need to know is you'll be taking your cues from them.
I'm a Marine, sir. I'll do whatever is required. But off the record, what the hell are we dealing with here?
There's 2 types of war America doesn't want to find itself in, Major. One is nuclear. The other is the one we're fighting right here and now.
Getting the sample is just the first step.
What do you think you guys can cook up?
I have a few ideas, but I think we could do cancer. It grows, it replicates. Potentially, with a sample, we could engineer something that will throw it off its game. Make it destroy itself.
Subjects McMullen, Raymond, and Raglan Bradley. Time 090922.
Bradley, the corpses from Penn Station are infected with blacklight.
I warned you about bringing it into the city, Raymond.
Take appropriate precautions, and remember, you're as culpable as us. We'll be watching.
Raymond?
So what are we looking at here?
A computer projection of the vector spread. As you can see, 14 days out, the model explodes. The spread is extremely wide, far greater than the Hope outbreak ever achieved. What we think we're seeing is this: lower mortality rate and longer incubation period. In short, we prepared for war with the wrong enemy. This is something new.
Its behavior seems to be changing.
The virus is acting in a manner not consistent with previous outbreaks. We have no idea why.
I've stopped this damn thing before. Stopped it dead. I'll do it again. We've been preparing for this moment for 40 years.
McMullen is missing the point. He has no idea what this life form can do.
What do you mean?
The parasite he's created could be worse than Mercer himself. You can't just go play God and hope it'll all work out.
I don't know. We don't have all the data. Green seems to be the focus. The others, nothing more than puppets.
Sir, there's no scientific backing to support that.
Look, the centralized control is directed by the focus. It spreads, it thinks, it plans. 40 years of science says it can't be so, but tell me that isn't happening. A strike against the central carrier can decapitate the infection. I feel that in my gut. I don't need science to know that.